It's the warning track.
Welcome back to another episode of The Warning Track. It's a Tuesday, so you know who's here in the studio. Ethan Dahlen,
It's your boy putting Yoshinobu Yamamoto into my starting lineup
who
right
is just
now.
on a generational run right now.
Am I?
Yeah, coming off a fantastic package he just did on a water gun game, taking over the city of Fort Wayne.
Oh my gosh.
Saturday, he was just ripping $100 cards out of packs like it was nothing.
This is true.
Just dominating his friend, and a round 4, winner go home matchup. Just devious plays. Devious plays. The guy can't miss. Ethan, what's going on, man?
Dude, honestly, the best thing going on right now for me was the 7-inning Seth Lugo gem that he spun last night. Woo! 7 Ks, no earned runs, 1 hit, 4 walks. I don't have enough stats to qualify for ratios yet, so my game score looks horrendous right now. I think I'm trailing 2-7, but
Well, it's only been one day.
I know.
So.
But so I'm saying don't look at the game score, but that Seth Lugo gem. Dude, that's about it. I mean, other than that, doing pretty well. Kyle Stowers back for me off the IR. Happy to see that. You and I are going to have some beef this week because today is the first game of the Brewers Tiger series.
Is it really?
Yeah, and Friday, Saturday this week, the K's host a little playoff hockey. It feels like it's just sports season.
Wow.
I wake up with an extra pep in my step right now. April is just doing it.
That's good. Well, I'm glad. I guess I'm glad to hear that, like I said, between the great last couple days and that they are in good spirits, considering the very first thing we're going to talk about today is a negative impact on your team.
Oh, we're starting with the second photo, not the first photo?
What are you talking about?
Dude, Sonny Gray is the first picture.
I sent you 2 photos.
I know that's.
Oh, I always start the show with the closing carousel.
Oh, my bad.
Because it's never ending, always spinning, always turning.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe more than ever. I feel like I could literally just do a show called Closing Carousel and
You
have
can literally just do a
content.
show called "Where in the World is Edwin Diaz?"
No, we know where he is,
And it's
now.
on the
He's-
15-day IL.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised they're not. My guess is they're going to put him on the 60-day eventually because he's going to be out 3 months, removing loose bodies in his elbow, which explains the velocity dip. It's honestly kind of crazy considering the Dodgers. They're going to be fine with Diaz or without. That they didn't just diagnose this and look into it right away.
Yeah, before I
Right away.
drafted him.
Well, I actually don't know because I don't have him in a league, so I don't know what his velocity was looking like in spring training. I feel like I didn't first hear about the velocity dip until the season had
I
already
don't
started.
think his velocity didn't dip until his third appearance. I think.
So
he was sitting like 95s, 96, and I think he was dropping like 92.3, 94.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it was interesting because after his April 10th start, which he blew the save, got the win, but gave up 3 runs.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Roberts and Diaz came out and said, "Yep, we're fine. We're figuring it out." They gave him some rest. He didn't pitch for 9 days.
Yep.
And then we talked about it on Monday's show, but on Sunday, winning against the lowly Colorado Rockies, did not even record an out.
Imploded.
3 earned runs again. Then they come out and we're like, okay, now's the time to worry. He gave this up to the Rockies.
Yeah.
We got to check this out.
That was a Chernobyl level meltdown.
And then lo and behold, he's out 3 months. So I think the frustrating thing is that I actually would be interested to look up. Let's look up roster percentages here because I feel like with his struggles lasting so long that Alex Vesia and Tanner Scott are probably already picked up in a decent amount of leagues. So
maybe you get a crack at Blake Trinan?
Maybe if it's like a 15-teamer, but I just don't see him getting any shot.
He is owned in our league.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. I mean, our league is fiendish when it comes to potential save opportunities.
By run and gun.
I definitely expect nothing less from John Sheets. So.
I do have a. We'll get to this later. Never mind. Never mind.
In Yahoo, Alex Vesia is 36% owned.
Okay.
He has gotten the last 2 saves.
Yep.
For the Dodgers, but has also been used in his last 2 appearances in non-ninth inning situations. And so between him and then there's Tanner Scott, who keep in mind, it signed a 4-year, $72 million deal last year with the Dodgers. Is one of the highest paid relief pitchers in baseball history. Struggled last year, eventually lost the role, but has looked good so far this year. 8 strikeouts and 8 2/3, 104 ERA. Apparently, so Katie Woo and multiple reporters with The Athletic have reported today that Tanner Scott will be part of a closer committee for the Dodgers while Diaz is out. So, with that being said, I definitely think you should own Scott and Alex Vesia for sure. They're both about the same percentage rostered in Yahoo. Tanner Scott's 38%, Vesia's 36%. I guess Treinen.
I think you got to roster Treinen.
I mean, he's definitely gotten.
The team is just so good. I think there's just going to be so many save opportunities that I want a coin flip on getting in on that.
Yeah, and we've seen him. I'm trying to remember. I think it was with the Athletics, but he has closing experience. And so, are you picking him up?
I can't.
You can't pick him up? Oh, but you said Treinen owns his own in Hundo. Sorry, I'm looking at one of the Yahoo leagues.
But am I going to drop? I mean, my current decision is: am I dropping Joe Musgrove?
I think you probably have to.
I think I probably do.
I haven't heard anything. The last note about him was last Wednesday, where it says he remains limited to playing catch during his throwing program and hasn't yet been cleared for bullpen sessions.
And you know what? Let's just do it live on the show.
Do it. He loves making moves.
We're dropping Musgrove. You know who we're picking up? Big believer in this guy today. Actually, I'm between two. I'm between Kumar Rocker and Foster Griffin. Both get the start later today.
Okay.
Foster Griffin been more dominant for the Nationals this year than people thought, but I believe way more in the raw potential of Rocker. But I probably just need the wins today, so I'm going to go Foster Griffin.
Okay. Interesting.
There you go.
Before we move on, and so you don't have to deal with the pain of Edwin Diaz anymore, if you're in a league where somehow Alex Vesia and Tanner Scott are both available,
Vesia,
and you can only put you at Vesia.
Yeah. The opportunity's more there.
Yeah. And I think he's just one of the most underrated relievers in baseball. I mean, you look at his stats the last 5 years, and they've always put somebody else as the main closer, but he has just had great numbers. Great numbers. I mean, last year, ERA just over 3, 80 strikeouts, only 59 innings. The year prior had a 1.76 ERA, even better K numbers. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm leaning as well. But if you can get both, I definitely would. Did you have something?
I was just going to say, did you have Royce Lewis on your list of players? I don't know if you know, he got off the 10-day IL today.
No, I saw it. I just didn't think it was worth it. I just didn't think it was worth it.
Do you know you two are the same age?
I believe it.
He's 26.
I believe it.
You're making fun of a peer.
A peer.
That's insane.
Making fun of a team rival. I'm a Tigers fan.
That's insane.
Twins are a rival.
But
no, you're right. He is off the IL. Was putting up, low batting average, but did put up 2 homers and 2 steals and only 36 at bats. The Twins are kind of rolling early on in the season, so maybe he can join the club. But,
it's all indications he's going to play today.
Yeah, he's only 10% rostered. I don't really think any reputable fantasy managers toting him out, but.
I'm dropping Brady House, I'll say that much.
No, I'm just messing with you, Ethan. Actually, let's look at the squad. How are you feeling about the squad?
I still feel good.
I'm pulling it up right now.
The pitching has been more elite than thought. We've definitely struggled with some early injuries. Corbin Carroll might not play today. He's been dealing with nagging injury. Yeah. But he's been great. I mean, had a grand slam 3 days ago. That was a good one big game against Toronto. They got that one at home. That back injury's tough. The lower back tightness is a little. Torey Lovullo did say that he thinks that they avoided any significant injury, which is good. I think our bats have definitely gotten off to a slower start than I'd like. The homer numbers are there, which we knew they would be. It's going to be good to have Stowers back. He got right back on track. He opened with an extra base hit, nice double against my Brew Crew in a solid game for him. He's getting on base. The power hasn't really returned, but he looks comfortable running bases, which is nice. He actually got hit on the hand. I don't know if you saw that. He got hit by a pitch.
I saw Ronald Acuna got hit on the
Yeah.
hand twice. And
So-
he's day to day.
Stowers is back. He didn't miss
Yeah.
any time with that hit.
It looks like the outfield's struggling. I'm looking at Matt Wallner's stats. It's looking a little.
I may or may not be trying to trade Matt Wallner right now.
trade him for what?
Can I tell you my pending trade move?
Let's hear it.
This
I don't
is
know
not
I don't know what
scripted.
you're
Clayton
getting.
doesn't know about this. This is not in the show.
Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to get at him.
I'm trying to get Bo Bichette, right? Who's
Mhm.
currently on the last place Lord Helmet team and has had a terrible start to the year.
Yeah.
Dreadful.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm shipping out Matt Wallner and Gregory Soto.
That's interesting. We don't have Soto on the closing carousel today, but
Mhm.
yeah, it is after an early promising start, and he's still putting up great numbers. If you're in a holds league,
Yeah.
absolutely keep him. He's been fantastic.
Absolutely. It's been great.
He ain't getting saved anymore.
Doesn't look like it. But if you're the last place team and we've got 3 struggling players, I think you might take the swing on 2 guys that have upside, especially in saves, and a guy that can bolster your outfield. His outfield is okay.
Yeah. And for context, looking at Lord Helmet's team, his only relievers are Brian Abreu, who's sporting an ERA of almost 15.
Yep.
Abner Uribe, who does look like we talked about him yesterday. That all it took was 2 bad starts from Trevor McGill,
Not
for
just
Pat Murphy.
Not just bad ones. They were horrendous.
Well, either way.
Brother, he got bunted into oblivion.
Well, nobody's perfect. Imagine if they
You
decided.
must not know about my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Keep going. Keep going.
Imagine if they had benched Andres Munoz last Wednesday for his 5-inning implosion.
But they didn't, and he came
They
back.
what they did.
That was only one implosion.
Either way, he has Abner Uribe, and then he did pick up Alex Vesia, who we were just talking about. So yeah, he does have Josh Hader on the IL.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he could probably use some closer
But he has
help.
Abreu, so like that doesn't change the amount of closers he has.
Well, it kind of does now because
Yeah.
Brian Abreu. It's pretty much Aniel De Los Santos, and Brian King. Anyway, yeah, if you're able to fleece him for that, yeah, I think it'd be good. So
I honestly don't think it's a fleece. I think it's saying, hey, here are 3 players that are underperforming. You get two bites of the apple and I get 1. I think that Bichette's much better than he's played. I think once they get Soto back and Bichette's batting behind Soto, he's got a much greater potential to drive in some runs. I mean, Bichette is a guy that I'm targeting as a buy low candidate.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we know that Wallner has more power than he's exhibited. I mean, he's got 3 homers on the season. He's driving in. He's scoring. He's got double-digit runs right now early in the season. It's not like he's been terrible, but he hasn't been good.
Yeah.
And Soto's been good in the opportunities that he's had. And so I think it's just like hey, you want to gamble on some steals? You want to gamble on some homers? And I will take a guy that maybe you drafted a little too high. Maybe you shouldn't have done that. I'll tell you what, though. Can I just say, last week, Tuesday, I said,
Add Gary Sanchez to your team and start him.
and what has he done since then? I believe he homered that very day. What is last week, Tuesday? The 14th? Dinger! He's been great. He had a 2 RBI poke yesterday for a guy that is you can have for free to have a positive player rating in the last 15 days. We take those. Absolutely.
Just crazy. I wonder how old this cat is now. He's 33. Long way away from the 33 homer, 90 ribby.
That's true.
278 batting average season he had for the Yankees in 2017.
But he's batting every day with the Brewers right now.
He
He's
is.
in the lineup every day with Yelich out.
Honestly, I think the thing that's impressive, but also, in my opinion, unsustainable, is his plate discipline. He has 13 walks to 13 strikeouts.
Dude, why is that
which-
unsustainable? He's been around the block a few times. He knows what he's swinging at.
I know. I'm looking at his numbers. In his career, he has 325 walks to 901 strikeouts.
Dude, maybe Milwaukee fixed
Yeah,
him.
we saw the wince in your face.
Dude.
You can't even deny it.
Milwaukee fixed him. That's what I'll say.
Oh wow. Okay.
No, I feel good about the squad. The pitching has been, dare I say, elite.
Yeah, I mean Munoz has been the best, and
But I mean the guys that I thought were my
honestly, we talked about this yesterday. Do you like want me to trade you a closer live on the show?
no. I'm just saying the guys that
Why
I gambled on that were starters have panned out. Michael Wacha, that was a guy going in the draft from like I need him.
He's always been underrated.
Seth
Yeah.
Lugo, that was a guy coming in the draft. I said I need him. I don't know why people aren't picking up Luis Varland. That's my take of the day.
Funny enough, we're actually going to that's the next guy I want to talk about is Jeff Hoffman because he got the save Monday. His numbers are honestly kind of insane. He has 23 strikeouts in only 10 innings. I mean, that's a K per 9 over 20. Granted, the ERA is a little high.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of pulled a Trevor McGill and just had back-to-back terrible starts. Gave up I think that's 7 runs across, or 8 runs across. Yahoo's weird. It won't tell you how many earned runs they gave up. It just shows their ERA.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a number of bad games, though. It hasn't just been those last 2, right? So, I mean, you're talking about the Diamondbacks game and the Brewers game. It was back-to-back days. D-backs, he got out of the inning. D-backs, he got out of the inning, but not before surrendering 4 runs, including a long ball, issued a walk, got 2 Ks and 3 hits. Then that Brewers game where he did not make it out of the inning, got through 2/3 of it and surrendered 2 runs, 2 walks. I mean, the walks thing is kind of concerning because that wasn't earlier. I mean, the other bad inning you look at back on April 7th, he got lit up by the Dodgers. I mean, relative, he gave up. He had an ERA of 9 for the inning. Not great. That's
just one run.
I know. It didn't feel great. I watched that game.
And it was
because I'm a Dodgers hater.
And it wasn't even a blown save.
Yeah, it didn't get out of the. I don't know.
All I'm saying is the K numbers are high. Honestly, the walks are not bad. Other than the Milwaukee appearance, he hasn't walked more than 1 in any appearance.
I mean, he's only got 4 walks on the year.
Yeah,
but
and more importantly, I think
he's only almost a 7.
John Schneider has expressed confidence in him as the team's
several
closer.
times. Several times. You're exactly right, and that's why Varland hasn't been owned in a lot of leagues. Yeah. But I think it's really tough to not take a flyer on him.
And why do you think him over Tyler Rogers?
I think Varland's been more impressive.
Okay. Well, there it is. Louis Varland.
I mean,
So Tyler Rogers is owned in 19% of leagues.
We can pull up the stats,
Yahoo.
but Varland's holding a 0 ERA with a .89 WHIP. He's issued 3 walks on the year, 19 Ks over 12 innings.
No, the K numbers are impressive.
I mean, he's ringing guys up, and he's not making big mistakes. He's got 3 holds on the year. He's obviously their go-to second high leverage guy. I think if there's a tumble in that order, that's the guy. And the Jays just have not been as impressive as everyone thought they'd be coming out. No. So I think that's also hard. But part of the reason they haven't been impressive is because they can't close games the last 3.
Yeah. Yeah. There's been a bunch of interesting teams off to slow starts. You mentioned the Mets, the Royals. The Royals looked really bad. I'm almost hesitant to even mention this one because Ethan might just snipe me here. But Lucas Erceg blew the save Monday. Back-to-back blown saves. Carlos Estevez is garbage. I think anybody who's anybody. Well, hold on, folks. I'm gonna say the name and pick him up, and then I'll say the name.
Listen, I've already pondered it, but go ahead.
Well, yeah, no, I think people should definitely be on Matt Strom. I actually picked him up in a Yahoo League this morning. And he's put up good numbers. Like I said, Erceg has just not looked good at all. It's ironic because last year everybody thought Erceg was going to take over for Estevez. It didn't happen. I think Carlos Estevez led the American League in saves. And then, the year that everybody gets Erceg again, and it does work out in terms of him getting the opportunities, look terrible. So I think Matt Strom's definitely worth a look.
Yeah.
Actually, I need to do something here because Adley Rutschman. This is breaking news. Breaking news, folks. Adley Rutschman is off the injured list.
Wow.
It just happened like 10 minutes ago, and it's forcing me to have to change something here.
Do we have the Robert Suarez Iglesias talk?
Oh, we're gonna.
It's on the note. Okay.
Yeah, we're
okay.
Well, that's why. Do you have the CBS article pulled up?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it talks about like literally half the league is dealing with closer trouble right now. It's insane. Yeah, because the Iglesias news happened, I think, right before like 11 o'clock or something like that. It was weird because they said he like slept on his shoulder wrong, and so that's why he's out a couple of days. And now they're saying it's shoulder inflammation. Anything arm for
that's
any pitcher.
Really bad sleep.
Yeah. No, I'll say. Obviously, anytime you do something shoulder, that's not ideal, and especially when Robert Suarez is probably the best setup man in baseball, creeping up right behind him.
Suarez has been fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
if I've got his stats right here, 10 appearances, 0.83 whip, 11 Ks, 1 walk over 9.2 innings of ball.
It's good.
What else could he ask for?
Yeah. I mean, literally last year, about the only Mason Miller couldn't even supplant him as closer last year when the Padres traded for Miller. I mean, he's been fantastic the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So, granted, Iglesias had too. I don't think Iglesias has given up a run this year. I looked in all 3 of my leagues, and Robert Suarez was owned. I'd be interested to see his roster percentage again.
Rostered in our league for sure, yeah.
Yeah. So, it's probably not somebody you can get on the wire, at least in any reputable league. Yeah, he's owned in 60% of Yahoo leagues. But
That's
yeah,
still so low. I'm just curious.
No, I agree.
What are 40% of leagues doing?
I agree. And so I think until Iglesias comes back, he's a top 5 closer.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you were able to draft him, you probably got him late in the draft because of his setup man position. That's looking great.
Yeah.
And kind of a similar situation, but somebody you could have picked up is over the weekend, Johan Duran winning the IL Phillies closer with an oblique. And so we talked about it yesterday on the show. But if you can get Brad Keller, he should absolutely be picked up. He hasn't had the best season so far, but he's put up good numbers in the past. The Phillies signed him to like a $22 million deal. It was like 2 years, $22 million. So they gave him some money. And I looked before I got him in ESPN, and I had looked Duran's last 3 save opportunities. Keller came in the 8th inning every time. So if you were able to get Brad Keller, he's owned in Yahoo. He's still only owned in 18% of leagues. So ESPN, my guess is probably sitting at like 8, 10. Like I said, I got him 7. He's in 7% of 7% of ESPN leagues.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So absolutely get Brad Keller for as long. There's really no timetable for how long Duran's going to be out, but until then, he'll look good. Edwin Uceda. So I've been talking about him, Ethan, the last couple of weeks. Is a good IL stash for the Rays whenever he comes back. He actually has been shut down with a different shoulder injury than the one he was already dealing with. Is going to be shut down for 2 to 3 weeks. We were already kind of seeing Brian Baker take hold of that role, and so now I think it's safe to drop Uceda.
Yep.
If you need to put somebody else in an IL spot, I'm cool with doing that. And I think that was. Let me check the CBS article, make sure there wasn't any other closer situations I want to talk about, because I mean, literally, even the ones where it's solidified, guys like Munoz, Diaz for his injury. I mean, there's so many of the top closers that aren't pitching well. Even Kate Smith's been a little weird.
Yeah.
Who else?
I mean, there have been very few, like, if you drafted a closer high, unless it was Mason Miller or Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah, Chapman.
I think you've been disappointed probably.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those are the only names off the top of my head that I'm like, yeah, those guys are doing it.
Yeah. And part of it is very small sample sizes, so ERAs are going to be inflated with 1 or 2 bad appearances.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Munoz was barely even getting opportunities. Yeah, it's just been, especially in a year where I think the closer price, like the price for an elite closer was higher than I've ever seen it. Like you said, other than Mason Miller, who's maybe having one of the greatest seasons I've ever seen so far. Wow. I just pulled up his numbers. 27 strikeouts in 11 and a third innings.
2
walks.
2 walks. Yeah.
1 win, 8 saves.
Hey, what's that ERA? What's that same number 3 times in a row?
Goose.
Bah, bah, bah. That dude's a monster.
There's only 1 outing this year where he didn't have more than 1 strikeout.
Yeah.
And he had a strikeout.
There are 0.6% of leagues where he's not rostered.
That's crazy. Yeah, ESPN.
I mean, I think the biggest surprise closers, who's got second most saves this year?
Oh, it's Paul Sewald.
Paul Sewald.
Yeah. Yep. No, that's why, I mean, every year closer is interesting where, like, for as much as you want to have the top guys that in theory are going to be reliable, I mean, 2 of the best closers this year have been Paul Sewald and Riley O'Brien, who were going late in drafts or maybe weren't even drafted at all.
Well, Ryan Helsley wasn't exactly a premium draft pick, and he's been about as consistent as anyone else.
Yeah. But at least he struggled last year with the Cardinals and then was traded to the Mets. But he had been a really good closer with the Cardinals for a few years. But yeah, no, some of the middle guys like Pete Fairbanks, Pete Fairbanks has been okay, I guess. his ERA looks bad, but it was weird. He went on paternity leave, and right before he did, they used him as an opener. The Marlins used him as an opener. They're like, yeah, we just want to get him, a quick rep before he goes. And he gives up like 3 runs to the Yankees, probably because he ain't used to being a starter.
But also, if you needed him quick rep, was he leaving the game in the middle of the game? Like, just let him.
I assume so.
Okay,
Like I assume like he pitched that inning. It was like
I saw the news.
I'm out.
But I'm like, I'm not reading into this.
Yeah, no, yeah, and I think he's.
I ain't opened that article.
Yeah, like his ERA looks bad at 7.88.
Yeah,
he's
got 4
fine.
saves on the year. I mean, he's fine.
He only has 1 walk. Yeah,
Mhm.
so I'm not worried.
Hey, you know what? He's tied in saves with Edwin Diaz.
Well, that probably, hopefully, won't be that way for long. We're gonna hit you with a little positional rankings here.
'Kay.
So with CBS, I want to see if you had the option between the two, who you'd rather have.
What position?
Closer.
Okay.
Yeah, ranking some closers together. Would you rather have?
And this is for the rest of the year?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Would you rather have Abner Uribe or Trevor McGill?
Abner Uribe.
Okay, that's an easy one.
I might rather have Zerpa than McGill.
Okay. All right, Mr. Brewer.
Don't let me
fan.
get to talking
Mr.
about
Brewer fan.
Angel Zerpa.
Wow. Okay. Would you rather have Sir Anthony Dominguez, closer for the White
Yep.
Sox, who they gave you good money for?
Mm-hmm. And he's doing well in the year. 4 saves, you
Yeah.
know. He's holding a 1.91 ERA, I think. Or no.
191 WHIP, I think.
Yeah,
He's been
1.75
He's,
WHIP.
he's been walking a ton of guys.
Yeah.
Would you rather
5.63
have
ERA.
Dominguez
Okay.
or Jeff Hoffman?
Dominguez. Worst team.
You really want him to lose the job. don't
Worst
you?
team.
To get the Louis Varland.
I think Dominguez is going to have less save opportunities, but he's looked better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like you said, it has not been spotless ball, but he's surrendered 5 earned runs and issued 8 walks. Don't love that. But 10 Ks over 8 innings, he's got 4 saves on the year.
Yep.
I think your volume's not going to be as high because I don't think the White Sox are very good, but they look much better than last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe in the talent more.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's fair. Ooh, this is a good one. Would you rather have Gregory Soto or Trevor McGill? You know it's a good one when you have to pause.
Soto's been lights out on the
He
low.
has saves only.
16 Ks over 11 innings.
Yeah, saves only.
Hey, you know how many earned runs he has?
Goose.
Oh, no, he's got 1.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Come on, brother.
Yeah, that's why you got.
But I mean, he's holding a sub 1 ERA, 0.77.
Yep. But this is just saves. No holds, no shoals.
I'm going to go McGill very slightly. Just because we know that McGill has a better chance to be a closer for long stretches of the year. But to be honest with you, if they were on the same team, I'm probably choosing Soto.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's narrow. It's narrow.
Yeah. Ooh, this is a good one. This is good for you specifically. Would you rather have Emilio Pagan or Jeff Hoffman?
I'm going Emilio Pagan.
Yeah.
Come on.
I was making sure. I mean, you have Santian and Louis Varland.
I mean,
so I know you're rooting for both their downfalls.
You know, he's holding above a 4 ERA, but he's been fine.
Okay.
You know, 10. I mean, his Ks per 9 aren't great. He's got 10 Ks over 11 innings.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what else he has?
6
saves. I don't care if you get guys to ground out. A save is a save is a save is a save.
No, I agree.
I'm curious what his swinging strike rate is, to be honest. I wonder what's going on under the hood. I don't have that pulled up, but that's my curiosity.
Hammy. Gotta watch out for the hammy. But
Any others?
no, I think that's it.
You don't have like a Kenley Jansen versus Edwin Diaz for me?
Well, I would hope you wouldn't say Edwin Diaz because that's gonna be, especially if we were playing it. I know we aren't,
I'm a sicko.
but especially if you were in a season-long roto, like there's no question. I would rather have Kenley Jansen. I mean, we're not going to see so May, June, July. I mean,
Just after the All-Star break.
He's not going to come back until. I think it pushed in August.
I think MLB.com said the expectation is he'll be back
3
shortly after the All-Star break.
Well, that lines up to late July. But
Yeah. or CBS Sports, sorry. Dodgers Edwin Diaz out until just after All-Star break.
Okay.
I
I guess not so much a Raider, but one more name I wanted to get to before we move on to other news is Joe Kunal got another save Monday for the Athletics. He did give up a run in the appearance, but I believe that's his 4th save now. I will say, if you were asking me this game and we were talking about any other closer, I'd probably take that closer over Joe Kunal. I guess in terms of ERA, he's pitched well, but he's not getting strikeouts.
But he hasn't issued a walk all year.
No, he hasn't. But I just don't have any faith in Joe Kunal.
I mean, outside of Riley O'Brien and Paul, everyone else is really issuing walks out here. At least one, holding that tight 0.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not.
I guess Duran hasn't issued a walk either.
Yeah, I'm just not very confident in Kunal. But that's pretty. Yeah, that's all we really have for that. Kind of moving on to some other notes. Sonny Gray heading into the 15-day IL with a hamstring. Now his numbers have not looked good. You don't have him in Hundo, do you?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, looking at his numbers, he is just not. His strikeouts have fallen off a cliff. Now it's a hamstring injury, so nothing arm related, which is good. But he just hasn't looked the best anyway. 11 earned runs, 13 strikeouts in 23 innings, 4.30 ERA, 1.13 WHIP. So it was weird because the Tigers and the Red Sox played an 11 o'clock game yesterday. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Started at 11 a.m. He got hurt in that game, and they already knew they were going to put him on the injured list before the end of the night, which is usually not a good sign. So my guess is he'll miss more than the minimum. Hopefully he comes back looking better. What are the names? Brendan Donovan. I know Ethan didn't think it was too
If they were calling Colt Emerson up, it would have been substantial.
That would be nice.
But
I wonder when they're going to give him just like $90 million and just let him sit in AAA.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if you know Colt's a little hurt right now.
Is he? That happened after the signing?
On paper, it looked like a prime opportunity for the club to call up number 1 prospect Colt Emerson, given that third base position is expected to see the most time. But instead, the Mariners selected Will Wilson from Lake Tacoma. There are many factors, but the leading one that he's been dealing with a left wrist issue. I think it probably wasn't the time at this point. Mariners manager Dan Wilson said ahead of Seattle's series opener versus the A's, he's going to continue doing what he's doing down there, and it doesn't feel like this was the right time for that per MLB.com.
Okay.
So Colt's got a little
wrist
injury.
soreness seems like no issue. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, no issue, but you don't want to rush a guy.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
It's not surprising, but also I'm not picking up Will Wilson.
No.
So to me, it's kind of a nothing burger.
Mm. Well, I mean, more if you're a Brendan Donovan owner, like looking for replacements.
Pick up Royce Lewis.
Right.
He's back.
Well, he's available.
He
for
shouldn't
now.
be. He's
For
available for now because you know what?
And I'm not talking about roster.
Soon he's going to be rostered in every league.
I'm not talking about a roster.
Meteoric season coming in for that brother.
Well, meteors eventually do crash, so.
As long as they crash in October, I don't care.
Looking at some other news, Brendan Rooker beginning hitting progression, so he's slowly coming back from his oblique. Jackson Holliday is returning to rehab on Tuesday.
Yep.
Another injury that really hurt was Mick Abel, who I talked about him on the show last week, Ethan. I was ranking him alongside other young, like high upside starting pitchers, like Andrew Painter, Parker Messick.
Mm-hmm.
I had Messick number 1, but I think Mick Abel was really high upside. His last 2 starts have been incredible. He goes in the IL with elbow, and I think they said it was elbow inflammation.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not doing additional testing or imaging. Doesn't seem like it's serious. It's never good, obviously, when a pitcher's dealing with an elbow problem. But if you have an IL spot, stash them. I'm trying to find like who are the biggest. Let's see, who's being added the most in ESPN leagues right now. Probably nobody, because apparently nobody just plays in ESPN leagues.
Yeah, dude.
It's desolate.
I mean, all these guys are owned. So I know you're Mr. Pitching Streamer. I don't know if you've really been looking at any of these guys. If you had to replace Mick Abel with Ronaldo Lopez or Steven Matz, what do you think about
I'm going
them?
Ronaldo.
Okay. Yeah, they both have very similar K numbers.
But Ronaldo's got a better right hook.
Well, yeah. Honestly, it's kind of what he was suspended 5 games,
7 games.
or 7. So for a pitcher, just 1 start. It was kind of weird to see. Usually, you see it in intervals of 5 because of that. So it was kind of weird to get him just 7 games. funny enough, both Lopez and Matz are pitching tonight. Ronaldo Lopez is going up against the Nationals, and Steven Matz is going up against the.
And Lopez is so I mean 2-star pitcher this week.
Mm-hmm. Well, they both are. But
Yeah.
Yeah, his last start wasn't the best. He gave up. This is Ronaldo Lopez. He gave up 3 earned runs, 6 strikeouts.
Unfortunately, he gets Washington, whose offense has been better than people expected, and Philly, who obviously widely regarded as a great offense. So
yeah,
but I believe in the talent more. Atlanta's been spunky this year. They got some bats. They're going to win some games.
Who?
Atlanta.
Oh yeah, I mean they should. They may be like one of the greatest what ifs of recent times.
Yeah.
I mean that offense is loaded.
So
Matt Olson's looked fantastic this year.
I think that Ronaldo's got a better chance to earn wins, which is why I'm there. I know the matchups are tough, but I really like this Braves team.
No, it is. He'll definitely get plenty of runs.
Yeah, you don't think I was ready for a little pitch stream chat? You
There you go.
don't think I had a little Ronaldo on deck?
If I didn't think so, I wouldn't have asked it.
He doesn't know me.
Well, now one thing I'm interested in getting into, because I assume you've probably been, clearly, as you mentioned with your Matt Wallner potential trade, looking at buy low, sell high guys. We're going to go through a Fantasy Pros article they did a couple days ago, buy low, sell high candidates. And I want you to rate, not even on 1 to 10, but just how hot or cold you're feeling about these guys. So these are buy low targets. One of them I think you have on your team, Bubba Chandler.
Dude, I'm high on him. Walks have been a problem. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
Dude throws heat though. Come on. I think that if you're a young pitcher and command is your biggest problem, but all the other talents there, I'm not exceptionally worried. And you know what? There are a lot of great managers and a lot of terrible managers who've probably said that exact same sentence, got burned by it, but not this time. I think that having another great young pitcher in the rotation also gives you a little extra gas, a little extra juice. Be like, dude, I want to be just like Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that. I love the youth movement. I think it's contagious. Get Connor there in the club. He's been stinking it up of late.
He's no
terrible.
he's no Kevin McGonigal.
Dude, who is?
Nobody.
Meanwhile, I'm calling my shot. By the way, Max Clark getting called up June 10th.
Yeah, he was the guy, folks. He tried teasing us last week, and then I kid you not, he was literally the first name, I guess.
I'm calling it right now. June 10th, Max Clark call up. June 10th.
He hasn't put his money where his mouth is, though, and actually picked him up. So he hasn't picked him up.
So I'm rating these guys out of 10.
You don't have to out of 10, but more just like if you're
I'm buying
buying
that. I'm buying that.
Yeah, looking at his numbers, he's coming off his best start.
Buy the
quality
dip.
start, 6 innings, 1 earned run, only 3 strikeouts, which is a little surprising for him, but it was a good start.
Yeah.
Next start Thursday against the Rangers.
Easy win.
We'll see.
Easy win.
We'll see. The next guy is Yuri Perez, pitcher for the Marlins, who
He had a great last outing against the Brewers.
Mhm.
He shredded us. So I don't know if you can buy low anymore, to be honest.
maybe. I guess to be fair, this article was from 2 days ago. When was that start? That was Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, he looked fantastic. 6 scoreless, 7 strikeouts. I think it's a pretty mediocre Brewers lineup.
I don't think you can buy low. I mean, it was a great game. If you love baseball, go back and watch the highlights because Perez and Mizorowski had a duel.
Yeah.
It was a great game. Go back and watch it. The Brewers lost, unfortunately, but go back and watch that.
To be fair to the Brewers, I mean they're missing Jackson Chourio and
Christian
Yelich right now, so I don't really know how full power that lineup is.
Down our 2 best bats and stuff.
But I kind of agree with Ethan. I mean, if you look at his season overall numbers, it's still a 4.15 ERA and a 1.25 WHIP.
I'll tell you, if I had him, I wouldn't be trading him.
No, I agree. I think the thing that also worries me too, especially if you're in a league with quality starts, is 2 of his innings he didn't even get past, or he did get through 4 innings, but didn't even get into the 5th inning. The one start he got past the 6th was against the Rockies, so I would sure hope so. I would say I would buy if you could. Just kind of like you said. I think at this point, I don't know if I can coming off the start.
Yeah.
This one's interesting, and this was somebody that we talked about that I thought was getting drafted way too high during draft season, and that's Roman Anthony. Who
I'm not buying.
Not buying.
Not buying.
I mean, I'm with you. I thought, because if you look at his numbers, here, why don't we get you a little confidence monitor?
It would have, listen, this low would have to be low. Like, I'm talking, you better just want Gary Sanchez and a crisp handshake.
Oh, why is this not? Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, get that out of here.
I love the ads. So, yeah, if you look at his numbers last year, he put up a great batting average. This is pretty decent plate discipline, but just didn't put up many counting, or at least homers and steals. He was on a really good run pace through 71 games. But, yeah, so far, low batting average, 1 homer, no ribbies.
Yeah, dude.
It's
not looking good.
Yeah. Now, I will say I definitely think you can buy low.
I think you can. And here's my problem with buying low on a guy this young.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know who he is yet. You know, is Bo Bichette on this list later on?
Maybe. I will say Roman Anthony was just a year or two ago the number 1 prospect in baseball, so it's not like he's
Hey man, number 1 prospects flop. I don't tell you.
They do. Bichette's not on this list.
Oh.
Not on this list. It's just 6 names: 6 buy low, 6 sell high.
Well, then let me interject my opinion here.
Okay, that's what we got here for.
If I'm looking at Roman Anthony, I'm looking at Bo Bichette. Dude, I'm smacking that Bo Bichette because I just have data going back to 2019 that says, hey, this guy is good. Mm-hmm. This guy knows how to draw some walks. He does. He even at his peak, he was striking out. He's striking out a decent clip. I mean, I think you go to 2022, he's striking out 155 times the plate. But he's batting almost 300 in his great seasons. Mm-hmm. From 2019 to 2023, he batted 301, 298, 290, 360. I know who Bo Bichette is. I know that he's a guy that's going to put the ball in play. Yeah. And when Juan Soto is back in that lineup, it's going to energize the team. His counting sets are going to go up. His ability to get RBI is going to go up. His ability to get runs is going to go up. I'm trading for Bo Bichette rather than Roman Anthony because I don't know who Roman Anthony is.
Yeah, like I said, I think he maybe just needs a little more development. I think one day he's going to be a very, very good player. I'm trying to. We're gonna pull up ESPN for your confidence monitor here.
Okay,
I'm gonna give you a diabolical hypothetical scenario.
All right.
If you owned Roman Anthony, you're trying to sell him off.
Yep.
Don't believe in it. Would you trade him for Jordan Walker?
That's crazy.
That's diabolical. But look at the numbers.
Yes.
The numbers are diabolical.
Yes. Look at me. Look at me in the eyes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and he's looked fantastic. Even the stolen bases, which is kind of surprising. Striking out a lot, which I don't like. But
I mean, you want to talk about former number 1 overall prospects?
Yeah.
He's only 23. Mm-hmm. Well, why are we writing off Jordan Walker? Maybe this is who he is.
Oh, I'm not writing it off. I'm just saying that I think they're in similar scenarios where at one point these were like 2 of the top prospects in their respective like classes or rankings or what have you. Mm-hmm. So you'd rather Jordan Walker?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. No doubt in my mind.
Yeah. No, he's looked fantastic.
In my rankings, I'm going Bo Bichette, Walker, Anthony.
Mm-hmm. Bo Bichette. You'd rather Bo Bichette over Jordan Walker?
Dude, I think Bo Bichette's in for a big second half. I'm telling you, dude.
Interesting.
I'm bullish on the kid.
Well, considering we're like barely even halfway through the first half.
I know.
Hopefully that second half comes soon for you. Yeah, I watched. This was early on in the year, but the series he had against the Tigers, he had a really good series against us, and that's when he started his Jordan Walker's home run pace.
Yeah.
Moving on,
and he's stealing bases this year.
Yeah, no, that's the surprising.
That's massive.
Thing. Pleasantly surprising if you have him. The next one, I actually own this guy in 2 leagues. Jacob Marcy, who was coming off a solid year last year with the Marlins. The batting average is really bad, but he has 8 stolen bases. If you look at his contact rates, especially if you're in an on-base percentage league, he's walking a lot. He's not striking out much. Like I said, the batting average is rough. And you knew you weren't going to get any power out of him anyway, but he doesn't have any homers. Mm-hmm. In a league where there's obviously a lot of stolen base only guys like Chandler Simpson, Victor Scott, Jose Caballero, what are your thoughts on Marcy? Because my guess, considering he was already going in the mid-teens and during drafts anyway, if you could buy low on him, I guess you could get him from scraps. Nobody's been reaching out to me to try to get him, but I think I'd hold. considering I do have him in 2 leagues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you look at the stats last year.
Mhm.
I mean, granted, he only played in 55 games. Just cracked slightly over 250 plate.
Yeah, they called him up. Yeah,
Yeah.
second half of the year.
Just cracked over 230 plate appearances, but he hit well. I mean, batted 292, struck out 48 times, drew 22 walks. I mean, you mentioned the speed, 14 stolen bases. I'm looking more so that 33 ribbies in that stretch. I think this is a good guy to target, but I also think that his slump has not been big enough that the Marcy owners are like, dude, get him out of here. Like, yeah, the 149 batting average is exceptionally ugly, right? But he's got 8 stolen bases.
Yeah.
You know, he's still walked 15 times.
Well, there was a game earlier in the year where he had 4 stolen bases in one game. I mean, there's not too many people in the league that can do that.
So I would like to buy low. I don't think people are selling.
Yeah. No, I agree. We've got about 7-ish minutes left, so we're gonna move into the sell high candidates. This one, this is a good one. Mike Trout.
Sell.
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 Oh,
Sell.
He's
Get him out.
I assume it's solely just injury related. Your desire to do that.
Well, it's injury related. And this isn't sustainable. I've seen, you know how many Twitter think pieces I've seen about, well, his batting stance has changed and the way that he's moving his back leg, it's just he's gonna be the next he's gonna have the greatest season of all time. 50 homers is coming in. I'm done with the Twitter think pieces. I just don't think it's possible to have this be sustainable and have this great of a turnaround at his age and all the wear and tear on his body. I don't see it.
I don't know.
I know he's a freak.
Because to me, I mean, like I said, if it's the injuries, that totally makes sense. But looking at his underlying stats, I don't think he's lost a step. Because if you remember during the preseason, they were making a big deal about his sprint speed. Sprint speed looked really good, and obviously in his prime, he was stealing bases left and right. Even though his batting average probably won't return to like the 300 that it was at the time, if you look at his plate discipline, he is striking out a decent amount. But he also has he has more walks than strikeouts. He has 23 walks to 22 strikeouts. So when you consider all that, like I said, I don't expect him to steal 30, 40 bases ever again. But like I'm trying to look. So last year was the first year, and he played 130 games last year. I think he was kind of banged up for most of it. Had an OPS just under 800. But even in his off years, like 2022, we only played 119 games due to injury. I'm saying had 40 homers.
This power uptick is not sustainable. So you talk about that 41 homer year, right? Is his most, I believe.
He had 45 in 2019.
45. Okay, I only did the math on the 41 homer year. I'll do the 45 in a second here. So 41 homer year. If you divide it out, played 159 games. He's hitting a homer every 4 games, right? That you divide that out, 0.2579. You know, if you divide out this year's number, he's hitting a homer pretty much every 3rd game. He's hitting a 1/3 of a homer every game. 0.3. You're telling me that he's going to hit more? He's going to hit more than 41 homers this year?
I mean, I think
this pace is not sustainable.
I think he can reach 40.
I just don't think the pace is sustainable. I don't see it.
I mean, yeah, because if you look at his numbers, I mean, the Yankees series, everybody was going nuts for. Yeah, he's not going to hit 5 homers every 4 games. But the offense is actually been pretty solid. Zach Neto, Jorge Soler have looked good. I
I
definitely don't see why he can't hit 30.
I don't think guys are having their best year in at their age 34 season.
It's also Mike Trout.
It's also Mike Trout, and he is a freak. And what I'll say is, I don't want to bet against the Millville Meteor.
One of the greatest nicknames of all time.
But
I'll tell you, it's basically copying the Kansas Common.
I'll tell you what. I think it's more likely,
or the Commerce Common. Sorry.
It's more likely that he has 25 homers than 35.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I just don't know if I'm on board with that, man. It seems like this is the healthiest he's been in years.
It does.
And it's Mike Trout.
It is Mike Trout. Like I said, he's a freak of nature.
This is Michael Nelson Trout.
I agree. The center fielder for the A's.
Yeah.
I know him.
Well, the Angels.
Yeah, you knew what I meant. You knew what I meant. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh man.
I was about to say California Angels, and then I was like, just shorten it, and I shortened it way too much.
The California Angels.
Yeah, dude.
Oh boy.
I was watching some throwback.
I would say, yeah, this guy's a history.
I was watching a little throwback, some Mariners playoff series yesterday.
Oh wow. Okay. As one casually does.
I'm a student of the game.
Okay, maybe like one or two more names.
Sell though.
Well, these are sell high candidates.
I know, and I'm saying sell him.
Okay. I would hold. My guess though is if you did want to sell, you could probably get a haul. You could probably take advantage of somebody in a way that could maybe almost be classified as a small misdemeanor. I think this would be.
I agree,
and I think the time's now.
Trade.
Or
trade
I guess
him.
it would have been after the Yankees.
Get him off your roster.
Maybe like one more name, and then I think we're gonna run out of time. O'Neal Cruz, sell high candidate. Obviously, everybody made a big deal about his batting average and just plate discipline, all that stuff against lefties last year. And he did have a really rough season last year. Like, it was almost to the point he was getting platooned. And he's looked fantastic. We're getting stolen bases. He's hitting lefties this year. Only has outfield eligibility. I don't think he had shortstop last year either, so it's been a while. What are you doing with O'Neal Cruz?
I'm glad he's not on my team because he's.
You're gonna keep O'Neal Cruz and sell Mike Trout.
Okay, can I finish?
Okay.
I'm glad.
We are running out of time.
I'm glad he's not on my team. He's in the Milwaukee Brewers because I do not believe in him as a fielder. You know how frustrating it must be.
I don't know if anybody does.
You know how frustrating it is to watch that brother in center field.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, that's the thing too. That's what's weird about him is the opening day. I'm sure you saw the plays with like the sun. All that.
I mean, I think he's gonna take. Do I think he's gonna take Kumar Rocker deep tonight? Amen. I'd put some money on that. Let me think for a second.
Mm-hmm. So, for context, his stats: he has 6 home runs, 9 stolen bases, 19 ribbies, 16 runs, a .292 batting average.
Yeah.
Now, if I had to,
I'm keeping O'Neal Cruz.
Wow.
Let me tell you.
This is such a sell.
This
is such a sell.
O'Neal Cruz. Is he only 22 years old?
He's older than that. I don't know what he is.
Sure.
Yeah, I think he debuted.
I think he's young.
I think he debuted at 22. He's 27, dude. He's older than me.
All right, hold on. Let me take my thoughts back.
Yeah.
I
mean, I don't think his plate discipline will ever be good, but it's definitely not good this year. He has only 9 walks to 32 strikeouts.
Why did I think he was only 22?
Who am I thinking of?
I don't know.
There's some other center fielder in my head.
I guess the problem with his profile just reminds me of the Javier Baez type.
Oh yeah,
I just don't like that. To me, this is the baseball version of DK Metcalf in fantasy football, where I don't want that profile.
I like that.
So this is just generally not a guy I'm super high on in fantasy anyway. And
here's why I think it's slightly different.
Yeah. And he did lead the league in steals last year. He's leading the league in steals so far right now. He has 9 stolen bases. So, I mean, he's been fantastic.
Here's why I think he's different. A, doesn't have the same injury history as Mike Trout. B, he's 27, so he's 6 years younger than Mike Trout.
Yeah.
He's more than half a decade younger.
Yeah. So
I think that the regression is potential is much greater when you're older. Here's the other thing, and this might be this is kind of a nebulous thought to grab. This is a little abstract.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Pirates have more to play for. They're in a division that is young and it's competitive, and they've got a young team and they've got exciting pitchers. I think this is a team that I want stock of. I want shares of the Pirates because I think they're going to be playing big games down the stretch in the Central. I think there's going to be long series come July against the Cubs and against the Brewers where they're going to need O'Neal Cruz to step up in those big moments, and I think he's going to do it. And when I look at the Angels, I see a team that's not playing for as much. And granted, if you're Mike Trout, you've been used to that for every season of your career. of not playing for much.
Yeah.
And I think at some point it just gets to you. And I think at some point a lack of energy in the clubhouse gets to you. And I don't think that's going to be an O'Neal Cruz problem. In addition, you bring up the steals. He's just got the speed. He's got a better body at this point. He's going to stay healthier. He sucks in the field, dude. It's really ugly. It's really bad. We can't get this guy at first base.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up his splits because this year he's batting almost 400 against lefties. It looks like I need to pay money to Baseball Reference to find his splits last year, but I know they were awful. He was absolutely terrible. I think that's just what I'm worried about, is that this is a hot start. Maybe his numbers against right-handers will be a little better, but I'm worried that the left-handed hitting or hitting versus left-handed pitchers is going to drop off and he's going to get
We can't
platooned.
just move him to first base. You're telling me that Spencer Horwitz is that valuable that we can't move O'Neal Cruz to first base?
I'm just saying I'm worried about him getting platooned.
No. Whoa.
He batted 100 against lefties last year.
Hey, man, he figured it out.
And has mostly struggled his entire career.
He figured it out this year. I don't know what to tell you.
We'll see. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have.
Bench Spencer Horwitz. Put him at first.
I won't even argue with that. He's just getting platoon. Thank you for another episode
Trey
of Morning
Trout.
Track. Love Tuesdays. Love to have Ethan in. Feel like I didn't get to mess with Edwin Diaz much as I was gonna. But,
Good.
I'll send you a trade offer for Victor Vodnik. I know you're the one on the squad.
I do. Yeah. Great name.
It's interesting.
Yeah. I think I changed my team name to a Vodnik Lemonade.
Oh, that's good. But until next time, Clayton McMahon, your host, Ethan Dahlen. Thank you for joining as always, and we'll catch you on another episode of The Warning Track next time.
Watch out, it's The Warning Track.